Welcome to Living English at the Houston Public Library, a 25-lesson language learning program that focuses on how you work, play, and interact with others in your everyday life. Hello, my name is Ryan Bowden from the Houston Public Library. Welcome to Living English at HPL. Today, we're going to be talking about caregiving. Now, caregiving is when you help people or assist them when they can't provide for themselves. So this can happen with a lot of different groups, but we're going to focus on two. We're going to focus on babies and children and the elderly or older people. Okay, let's get started. So for vocabulary, when we talk about caregiving, there are some people who are providing the care. They're doing the assisting, right? And a big one of those is going to be parents. Parents assist their children. You take care of your children. So we have a mom playing with her baby over there. That's nice. Now, a different term might be guardian. Now, a guardian is like a protector. That's really what that word means. So if you looked it up, you would see it was someone who protects you. And that really is what we're looking for here. If there is no parent, right? It could be a grandparent. It could be another family member. It could be someone appointed by the court to take care of children or older people. Down here, caregiver. A caregiver isn't really a legal type term. This is someone who helps you out. It could be a nurse, right? Or an in-home caregiver who comes to you to help you out. So down here we have this older gentleman, and he's being assisted by that lady right there, which is great. That's his caregiver. And finally, we have a babysitter. A babysitter is a bit different. This is someone who temporarily takes care of a child. So when a parent is not around, they might hire a babysitter to come and watch the kids temporarily. Babysitter. All right. Let's talk about some places. Now, when we talk about children, you may hear the term daycare. So children who aren't old enough to go to school yet might go to daycare while their parents are at work or their parents are out. So you'll have a bunch of little children there, right, at their daycare playing some games and coloring. That's wonderful. Now, when we talk about elderly people, there are a number of different places that they might go to receive care. One might be a nursing home. A nursing home is a place that you go if you need a lot of assistance. So there are nurses and orderlies and people there to help take care of you, but they're going to need a lot more assistance at a nursing home. Assisted living is a lot more like living on your own, but there are people there if you need them. So it's not as intense, it's not as thorough, I guess, as a nursing home might be. So these people are more independent at an assisted living facility. And then finally, there's something called hospice. Hospice is end-of-life care. So someone who is terminally ill, someone who is nearing the end of their life, this is the kind of care that they would receive. And this can be at a facility or it could be in your home if you would rather that. So hospice care. All right, so if you're providing care to someone, if you are a guardian or a parent, there are certain tasks that you might want to complete. Now, one is making a schedule. So schedule, just the order of what you are going to do throughout a day, right? So we have a schedule up over there with some post-it notes and some, on a marker board, it looks like. Maybe you do this on your phone or on your computer. That's kind of an old school version of a schedule. A routine is slightly different. These are habits. Routines are habits, things that you do over and over again. So this one over here, you wake up, school, you go home, you go to sleep, and you start all over again, right? Those habits that you establish and you do routinely, okay? These are really important for kids, especially, I would say. Now, safety isn't really a task, but there are things that you do to make sure people are safe. And one of those things might be putting a child in a car seat, right? That's a task you would complete to make sure that child is safe when they're in the car. And then finally, assistance. We've used this word a number of times. That's just helping somebody out. So this man is assisting this boy here who apparently has hurt his leg. So that's just assistance being provided. Okay. Now let's focus specifically on babies because they need a lot of care. Well, up here we have an infant. An infant is a brand new baby. right? From 0 to 1 year old, we'll usually refer to that as an infant. They really can't do anything on their own, but he is cute. Or she, I'm not really sure. And then right here, we have a diaper. We should know what this is. Diaper, if you've ever changed one of those, it's not very pleasant, but it needs to be done. Bedtime is really important. This goes back to the idea of routine for children, right? So it's really good when you're providing care to a child to establish a routine around bedtime. So do they read a story? Do they go to the bed with their little stuffed animal like this young person over here, right? So bedtime, very important. And then finally, toddlers. Toddlers are older than infants. This is when they begin to move around and become more mobile, right? They might start learning to walk or talk at this point. So this young lady right here is clearly on the move, so watch out. Okay, so now we're going to do some matching with the vocabulary we just learned, or some of the terms at least. I'd like you to match the term over here on the left with the definition or description of it on the right. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, take a moment, and we'll see how you did. Go ahead. All right, let's see what we did here. So babysitter, what is a babysitter? It's a person who will watch your child while you are out. It's a person you typically hire to do that for a period of time. Hospice. Hospice is care that is given to people at the end of their life. It's very important. Daycare. A place where children are cared for while parents work, so during the day. Bedtime, when your child goes to sleep. A toddler, a child that is older than 1 year who is learning to walk and talk. I hope you got all those. If not, go back and try again. Okay, this is a very specific thing for caregiving. Once again, if you've ever had a baby, perhaps you had a diaper bag or a baby bag like this one. So what do we have in here? Well, if we're going to be moving around and we have a small child, we might want some supplies. So one, we got a blanket down there, a diaper, that's important, some baby wipes for when you're changing the diaper, a snack. A snack is an item of food, so it's not a full meal, but something for your baby to munch on while you are out. A toy to play with, very important. A changing pad, something you can put your baby on to change their diaper because there might not be a good place to do that. And then finally, a sippy cup. A sippy cup is a cup for a small child that doesn't spill, which is very important. So your baby can move it around and toss it around and it won't spill juice or water or whatever it is in there all over the floor or on the table or anything like that. So a sippy cup specifically for children. Okay. So now that we know what all of these things are, I'm going to have you complete this paragraph right here. So when you have a small child, a blank keeps all the things you need in one place for you. If your child is hungry, they can be fed a blank. If they are bored, they can play with a blank. If they need a drink, using the blank keeps them from spilling. The blank can be put down before you change their blank. So you have a word bank up in the left corner there. So pause the video and try to fill this out for yourself. How'd we do? Let's find out. Small child, a diaper bag keeps all the things you need in one place for you, right? If your child is hungry, they can be fed a snack, which is right here. If they are bored, they can play with a toy. Wonderful, a little distraction. If they need a drink, using the sippy cup keeps them from spilling. The changing pad can be put down before you change their diaper. All right, I hope you got that. If not, once again, go back, try it again for yourself. Let's make sure we get these. Great job. Now finally today, we're going to work on some transition words, because if we're making a schedule or a routine, you want to put things in order. And we've talked about order before in these videos, if you've seen some of the previous ones, but I don't think we've covered this yet. So, for example, if I was going to create a schedule for myself or an order of operations, I would say, well, first of all, I'm going to do this. Second, I'm going to do this. And then finally, I will do one last thing, right? So this is just better than creating a simple list like this. It's better for conversation, and it's better for writing if you're trying to convey meaning to people. So first I choose a lesson, like caregiving. Then I create a slideshow, like this one. Finally, when this is done, I film the video with help from my friend Dyra. So I'm going to have you guys practice right now. I've actually put the tasks in order for you already. You just need to use the transition words. So pause the video and try it out for yourself. And there are a lot of different right answers here, okay? You could use several of these words. So go ahead and try. All right, let's see how we did. So for this one here, to begin with, I wake up, then I take a shower. After that, I put on my clothes, because it wouldn't make any sense to put my clothes on before I took a shower. That would be crazy. For this one, first I eat breakfast, then I take my medicine. And then finally, when I get home from work, first of all, I eat dinner, because I'm very hungry. Next, I watch TV. Lastly, I go to bed. All right, and once again, there are different ways you could have done this, so you can try it out, mix and match, whatever feels good for you and sounds good. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check back for more videos soon. This has been Living English at HPL. Have a great day.